Welcome to the LBC Strong Festival by Events in LBC. I'm your host, But Flyy. I am a singer, songwriter, and open mic host here in our lovely city. Thanks so much for joining us today. We've got an amazing lineup of SoCal music, yoga, cocktail demos, and so much more entertainment to celebrate our city's amazing energy. I'm so excited to be a part of this event. We may have to be apart right now, but we can still come together virtually to celebrate our city's amazing energy. This is the perfect place to be. So thank you for all of our performers and attendees for all that you do to strengthen our community in this time. Okay, so I'll be reading Long Beach trivia questions throughout the show. Submit your answer to each of the 5 questions before the next performer begins by sending us an email to hello@eventsandlbc.com. That's hello@eventsandlbc.com. Whoever answers the most of our trivia questions correctly will win a $25 gift certificate to Peachtree's Bakery, an amazing restaurant serving Greek food and European pastries in Belmont Shore. If there's a tie, we will draw a winner among the correct answers. Remember, no Googling. We will calculate the scores and announce the winner after the concert is over. I'm excited.
Oh yes. Your boss DJ, King Steady B for Events at Long Beach. Take a listen to the vibe.
vibe out to the sounds of chill ukulele and beautiful vocals from our next performer, California native Gaudyglitch.
What up, everyone? My name is Gaudyglitch, and I am a singer-songwriter out here in Long Beach. Welcome to my jam session for tonight, and shout out to Events in LBC for asking me to come and share some music with y'all. So excited. LBC Strong is awesome and amazing. I hope everyone is at home staying strong throughout all of this craziness. But I'm also glad to, have the internets that we have right now and are able to still connect. So anyways, let's go ahead and go to the first song. It's a cover by Beyonce. It's a cover, and the song is by Beyonce. It's called Hold Up. And shout out, special thanks to the IG voters who voted for it. Y'all voted for it, and so now I guess I have to sing it. It's pretty challenging, but I think we'll have fun. Shout out Beyonce, the GOAT, with her vocals and shit. Sorry. Hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I love you. Back up, they don't love you like I love you. Step down, they don't love you like I love you. Can't you see there's no other man above you? They don't love you like I love you. Hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, yeah. Something don't feel right because it ain't right, especially coming up after midnight. Yeah, I smell your secret, and I'm not too perfect to ever feel this worthless. How did it come down to this? It's gonna do your coldest. I don't wanna lose my pride, but I'ma fuck me up a bitch. Know that I kept it sexy, and I know I kept it fun. There's something that I'm missing, maybe my head for one. What's worse, looking jealous or crazy, jealous or crazy. Or like being walked over lately, I'd rather be crazy. Oh, like they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I love you. Back up, they don't love you like I love you. Step down, they don't love you like I love you. Can't you see there's no other man above you? They don't love you like I love you. Hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down. Let's imagine for a moment that you never made a name for yourself, a master what they had you labeled as a king. Never made it out the cage, still out there running in them strays. Never had the baddest woman in the game of being a shade. Would you be down to right now? They used to lie to you, hide from you, but y'all know we were made for each other, and I'll find you and hold you down. We sing, say, hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I love you. Back up, they don't love you like I love you. Step down, they don't love you like I love you. Can't you see there's no other man above you? They don't love you like I love you. Hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down. It's such a shame you let this good love go to waste. I always get the top tier, 5-star, backseat loving in the collar. Make that wood, I make that wood, holler like a boulevard. What's worse, looking jealous or crazy, jealous or crazy. Or like being walked all over lately, I'd rather be crazy. Hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I love you. Back up, they don't love you like I love you. Step down, they don't love you like I love you. Can't you see there's no other man above you? They don't love you like I love you. Hold up, what's up? Yeah. What's up, what's up, what's up? So this next song is going to be an original written by moi, Gaudyglitch. It's called Skin. So, yeah, okay. Again, this is my original song called Skin. And if you want me to, I'll do anything for you, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'll do it. Listen, my mama told me so, not to play with fire. I was too young to know there are such things as liars. And I got you under my skin. I need the antidote, but I ain't got insurance. So I wrote a goodbye note and said I'd rather be sick and I got you under my skin. Yes, I do. You know I do. Yeah. But why? I said, why do the good girls always like the bad boys? Yeah. I said, why do the good girls always like the bad boys? I said, why do the good girls always like the bad boys? Why do the good girls always like the bad boys? Listen, I swear I didn't mean it. I was too deep up in it, giving it all my minutes. I'm only saying the situation got me singing like Mariah. Friends say that I'm a pariah. I'm just a silly hoe. Said you wasn't a bad guy. No, I don't like a bad guy. You left me said that's nice. You a good fella. I let you up in my life. Now I'm the one up on ice. My pussy don't got my life. I'm a triple feline. Yeah, a triple feline. Yeah, I got you under my skin. My skin, yeah. Whoa, mama. Yes, what's up, y'all? Hope you like that. Have a great night and, stay loved, stay strong, LBC Strong.
We've got our first LBC trivia question. Let's have some fun and remember, no Googling. Submit your answer before the next performer begins by sending us an email at hello@eventsinlbc.com. That's hello@eventsinlbc.com. Your first question is, during what decade did the Long Beach Grand Prix first debut? Again, during what decade did the Long Beach Grand Prix first make its debut? Alright, our next act is Avion, is a husband and wife surf rock duo hailing from Santa Monica. Their music delivers all the vibes of the beach, so let's get into it.
a focus on the health as well as the quality, which I think shines through in the flavor of our food. It's about, putting into your body what tastes delicious but also feels good.
We wanted to create a place of joy where food and service kind of takes like a supporting role to the human interactions that happen and occur at our tables, and we've seen it, and that's why we're in the business and why we love what we do. Our goal is for everybody that enters in, that they leave better than when they entered, whether that's more nourished, more inspired, or relieved, or happier.
With over 20 years of bartending experience, Long Beach resident Leah Clinch is up next. She's going to teach you how to have the bar experience at home with a gin gimlet cocktail demonstration. Cheers! Can't wait.
Hi, I'm Leah. Today I'm going to show you how to make a cucumber gimlet at home. A gimlet is a classic cocktail made with gin and then limes and sugar. It was originated in the early 1900s as a way for sailors to get their citrus so they wouldn't get scurvy. It became popular in the 1950s and it's still going strong. This cucumber version is going to be a really nice summertime cocktail. The cooling notes of the cucumber are really going to elevate this, just make it so easy to drink. So let's build the drink. Here we go. So the first thing you're going to want to use is 2 ounces of gin. You can use vodka if you'd like. Vodka is fine. Gin has the extra botanical notes that really elevate this drink, and if you're not a big fan, I would suggest trying it in this cocktail because the citrus, the cucumber, the sugar, they all sort of like work really well to bring out the best parts of gin. So we're going to use 2 parts. I'm using Hendrick's because it already has some cucumber in it. So we're going to use 2 ounces of gin. Next thing we're going to add to that, in place of simple syrup, I'm using Saint Germain. And Saint Germain is a liqueur that's made with elderflower. It's very sweet. The reason I'm using this in place of simple syrup is because it's got, again, botanical notes. So we've got floral, we've got citrus, we've got vegetal, and then we've got the gin, and they're all going to work really nicely together. If you want to make simple syrup and use that, it's fantastic. It's equal parts sugar and water. Boil it on the stove until the sugar's dissolved, and then it stays for a very long time in the fridge. I suggest making some and just having it around. It's fantastic to use in cocktails, iced tea, coffee, whatever you want to use. But I'm using Saint Germain, again, elderflower liqueur. So I'm going to use ½ an ounce of Saint Germain. If you don't have a jigger at home and you want to know how to measure the parts of this, a shot glass is 1½ ounces, and so you can use that and figure it out from there. The next thing I'm going to use is the cucumber juice. So I juice this at home with some fresh cucumbers. If you don't have a juicer, it's no problem. You can chop up a cucumber, throw it in a blender, and just strain it through some mesh, and you're good. Or there's a lot of great juice shops in Long Beach. Just go to one of those and ask them to make you a cucumber juice. So 1 ounce of that. And then last but not least, we're going to use our lime juice. Juice of 1 lime. You want to use a room temperature lime, and then you're going to take it and just roll it a little bit, like with the palm of your hand. You just want to mush it up, break it up a little bit. That's going to make it a lot juicier, a lot more liquid's going to come out that way. You want it to be about 3/4 of an ounce, which is about the juice of 1 lime. I have a press juicer for citrus. If you don't have this at home, you can use a reamer. If you don't have that, you can just squeeze it with your hand. If you do that, I would suggest maybe 2 limes because you're not going to get quite as much liquid out. But here we go, I'm juicing 1 lime. This is a lovely lime. Okay. All right, and we got everything in there. So now this is a drink that's shaken, and then strained. The reason you want to do that is the ice and the shaking mixes everything, but then it also, the ice breaks off into tiny little slivers and dilutes the drink in the proper way. If you don't want to do it up, you can do it on the rocks. Just make sure you blend the ingredients first. You can build them, stir them, and then throw them over the ice. If you want to do it shaken and you don't have a shaker at home, no problem. I would say try a mason jar or something like that. You just want to be able to break up the ice a little bit. The dilution is a nice ingredient in the cocktail. So just a little shake, mix things up, chill it out. I'm serving this in a coupe. You can serve it in a martini glass. If you just have a wine glass at home, pour it in a wine glass. There we go. So it's a beautiful green drink. It's gonna be nice and refreshing and cooling for the summertime. If you want to drink it like that, drink it like that. Put that on the rim of the glass. That way when you bring the glass to your lips, you're gonna get the cucumber first. And there you go, we have a at-home quarantine cucumber gimlet. Cheers.
Whenever I'm not performing, I'm always on the scene checking out other bands and getting inspired, and this is one I like to see on the regular for sure. Asi Fui has been called one of the most innovative bands in Long Beach, and for good reason. Enjoy the experimental form of psychedelic indie rock. Up next, I'm working my dance moves.
3, 4.
Get a little bit
Councilmember Al Austin serves in the 8th District of Long Beach and is proud to support arts in our city. Here is Councilmember Al Austin.
Hey Long Beach, I'm Councilman Al Austin. I'm here chilling, cooling out here at my home today. And I wanted to give a special shout out to Events LBC for all they do to promote the arts and make the arts cool in Long Beach. You guys let us know about what's happening on a daily basis across the city. You promote our artists, you promote culture, you promote Long Beach. And you know, I can't say enough about that in itself. Long Beach wouldn't be the city that it is without our arts community. We are one. The arts are part of the fabric of the city of Long Beach, and I think it will continue to be for the foreseeable future. We love the arts here in the 8th District, you know, from the Expo building that serves as a hub for arts and creativity for artists throughout the city, from the many murals, the dozens of murals that are popping up throughout the district, and creative spaces throughout our district.
Be my husband, I'll be alright. Be my husband, I'll be alright. Be my husband, I'll be alright. Love and honor you the rest of your life. Stick to the promised land you made me. Stick to the promised land you made me. Stick to the promised land you made me. You stay away from that Rosalie. I say, ooh, daddy, won't you love me good? Ooh, daddy, won't you love me good? Ooh, daddy, won't you love me good? I said, ooh, daddy, won't you love me good? If you want me to, I'll cook and sew. If you want me to, I'll cook and sew. If you want me to, I'll cook and sew. Outside of you, there ain't nowhere to go. I say, why you treat me so doggone mean? Why you treat me so doggone mean? Why you treat me so doggone mean? You the meanest man that I have ever seen. I say, ooh, daddy, won't you love me good? Ooh, daddy, won't you love me good? Ooh, daddy, won't you love me good? I say, ooh, daddy, won't you love me good? Thanks, everybody. Hope everybody's staying healthy and safe. All right. I hope you guys are having a blast. We've got our third trivia question related to the LBC ready for you guys. Get ready. The question is, in what decade did the Metro Blue Line, now the A Line, open up in Long Beach? Again, in what decade did the Metro Blue Line make its debut in the LBC? Submit your answer to hello@eventsandlbc.com. That's hello@eventsandlbc.com before the next performer begins. I'm running out of jackets, you guys. I'm like getting my Aretha Franklin on, trying to change clothes after each artist. Alright, so our next performer is rapper and hip-hop artist Qurfew. Originally from Norwalk, Qurfew has traveled across the country to perform alongside other respected artists. Let's get into it.
And I love you no matter king, llegué de dinero, Miami means.
Said you ride for me, ride for me, ride for me, ride for me. Are you down, are you down, are you down, are you down for me?
You say you're down for me, down for me. Is it real? You say you ride for me, ride for me. How's it feel? I've been there for you from the start, and I love you no matter where you are. Are you down for me, down for me? Is it real? You say you're down for me, down for me. Is it real? You say you ride for me, ride for me. How's it feel? I've been there for you from the start, and I love you no matter where you are. Are you down for me, down for me? Is it real?
That one's for the ladies, but right now we gotta turn up. Hustle's Revenge.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Yeah. I only hang with the realest. Hustlers gon' feel this. We smoking and drinking with multiple women. I'm trying to stack to the ceiling. I'm trying to get it. Fuck you, get out my way if you ain't about winning. I only hang with the realest. Hustlers gon' feel this. We smoking and drinking with multiple women. I'm trying to stack to the ceiling. I'm trying to get it. Fuck you, get out my way if you ain't about winning. Man, I'm full of ammunition. I don't see no competition. All I see is whack ass bitches talking about. I be whipping in the kitchen, but really, they just cleaning all my dishes. I'm just starting to get it. I hustle every day, it's just how I'm living. I don't gotta pick the fun, I don't fuck with you chumps. And you racist know-it-alls, I don't fuck with you trumps. I'm on a whole nother level, I don't mix with you devils. Y'all phony no rollies, you know I'm solid as metal. I make moves like tectonic plates. Y'all stuck in your place like a shirt with a stain. I'm not a thug, but I get love from the G's. I hang with the essays, the B's and the C's. I'm connected worldwide and it's not a facade. And if you ever cross me, you better pray to Allah. I only hang with the realest. Hustlers gon' feel this. We smoking and drinking with multiple women. I'm trying to stack to the ceiling. I'm trying to get it. Fuck you, get out my way if you ain't about winning. I only hang with the realest. Hustlers gon' feel this. We smoking and drinking with multiple women. I'm trying to stack to the ceiling. I'm trying to get it. Fuck you, get out my way if you ain't about winning. Green line. We started from the ground up, they didn't believe us then. Now we shut the fuck up, they can try, but they can't compete with our status. When we walk up in the room, we always bring the baggage. Bitches, they look but they can't touch. Unless you rolling with us, the sharing is a must. We got soldiers, we're international. Don't believe, check the stats, it's all factual. You small town living, I'm university gifted. Yo, girl is my bitch and she with me, can't lift it. No 2 chains, but I'm different. High class, I ain't tripping. Broke ballin', I'm sipping. New Amsterdam is my liquid. Don't walk to the quest, I only hang with the best. OG in my lungs, I'm a boss, I invest. I levitate, I'm on a high grade. You a downgrade, you don't intimidate. I'm a paper chase, they call me Qurfew. It's my time, I ain't never late. Hang with the realest. Hustlers gon' feel this. We smoking and drinking with multiple women. I'm trying to stack to the ceiling. I'm trying to get it. Fuck you, get out my way if you ain't about winning. I only hang with the realest. Hustlers gon' feel this. We smoking and drinking with multiple women. I'm trying to stack to the ceiling. I'm trying to get it. Fuck you, get out my way if you ain't about winning. Yeah.
Qurfew on the track.
They out here plotting on my downfall.
They are. I'm really out here though.
I'm out here. I ain't
You
going
can talk about it, but I'm really doing it.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Yeah. I'm out here. You ain't doing what I'm doing. You ain't moving like I'm moving. Bitch, I'm out here. Bitch, I'm out here. You ain't out here in these streets. You ain't never brought that heat. Bitch, I'm out here. bitch, I'm out here. You ain't doing what I'm doing, you ain't moving like I'm moving, bitch, I'm out here. Bitch, I'm out here. You ain't out here in the streets, you ain't never brought that heat, bitch, I'm out here. Bitch, I'm out here. They say, Qurfew, where you been? I've been stacking mans, I've been paranoid, I ain't got no friends. If you ain't talking money, I don't comprehend. I've been with the devil, all I do is sin. I tell them, tell me when to go, I'm about to blow. I've been everywhere, I can never show. You been stuck on ride, your girl is what I like. Hit her from behind, had her for one night. Now I know you mad, I'ma chase a bag. I ain't gotta brag, I'm staying fast. Streetline, that's the crew, we self-made bosses. All we do is win, we don't take no losses. I move with precaution, you rappers make me nauseous. I'm a hit dog, pussy cat, so I know you're harmless. If you ask where I've been trying to get a big $1 billion visit comes through my lens. Doing what I'm doing, you ain't moving like I'm moving, bitch, I'm out here. Bitch, I'm out here. You ain't out here in the streets, you ain't never brought that heat, bitch, I'm out here. Bitch, I'm out here. You ain't doing what I'm doing, you ain't moving like I'm moving, bitch, I'm out here. Bitch, I'm out here. You ain't out here in the streets, you ain't never brought that heat, bitch, I'm out here. Bitch, I'm out here.
Wow, what a great performance. Amazing. Alright, so let's get into our next trivia question. Alright, so according to World Health's 2019 study, Long Beach was ranked one of the most diverse cities in the country. What ranking did the LBC have? Again, what ranking does LBC get amongst the most diverse U.S. cities? Submit your answer by sending us an email at hello@eventsnlbc.com. hello@eventsnlbc.com before the next performer begins. I did this art on the wall, you guys. Staying at home, I paint a lot, but I'm getting more creative, and I'm like, I want to display it so I can look at it before I go to sleep. Alright, so let's get into our next performer. Up next, SoCal native Sylvia Bosco performs a blend of pop, rock, soul, sure to get you feeling great.
And you went away, my mind was clear as day. The sun came out and shine. Something still felt wrong after you had gone. I couldn't call mine. I'll admit sometimes I stay up all night, missing that, but I won't give in to the temptation. No, not again. Don't, you know when now this soon I'll be turning the page. Don't, you know I'm too soon to sit on the word for me, baby. Don't say it's over. How can we go back to memories that hung out there? Knocking at my door, but you don't understand. We're where we were before. Oh, I pretend I'm fine, but deep down I won't run home and cry. Even though it's wrong, I just can't go on without you. Just Don't. That is my latest release on Spotify. This is called It Ain't Easy. Nothing feels more right than being in arms tonight. Safer than I've ever known. If I stay here, I'll never go. And oh, just like a bird taking flight. And oh, I'm just get old to live or die. I'm running out of ways to stay and be some space. It ain't easy. Yeah, I'm running out of lies to say what's on my mind. It ain't easy. Saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. Oh. You and I live different lives, one on the edge and the other content. Are we on the same page? Is it just me or can you relate? And oh, you've always been my life. And oh, and now it's much too bright. I'm running out of ways to say and be some space. It ain't easy. I'm running out of lies to say what's on my mind. It ain't easy. Saying goodbye, saying goodbye, saying goodbye. Oh, I'm terrified and I hide you. I just hurry and show me something's waiting for me. But that something's only a sign. I'm running Even though you put me through hell, I'm still locked inside your spell. And you tell me no, yeah, you tell me yes. Please don't keep me guessing. I'm going insane with this in my brain. No, am I the one for you? We're going deeper into this cave. We're digging deep. No, am I the one for you? Am I the one for you?
Alright everybody, we're gonna slow it down a little bit and get into Long Beach jazz and R&B band Phoenyx Phyre.
You're just like smoke, coming out as quickly as you go. Beautiful ballet, you dance in front of me like a billow cloud. Hit as quickly as you leave. Breathe out, breathe out. Hey. Gotta put you down, you're bad for my health. As long as I take you in, you stick around, babe. But I gotta put you down, bad for my health. As long as I take you in, you stick around. But I gotta put you down, bad for my health. This is where we break it down now. Hey, boom, boom, boom. Just like smoke. As I sit here and I reach out to all the things within my reach, within my grasp, I realize it's just mine. It's just me. Nobody else to be here for what I see. For what I need. A little love, a little understanding, a little peace, a presence unconditionally. somewhere out there. I swear I'll find him one day. He'll play and stay together.
Okay, so our next trivia question focuses on the Queen Mary. Be sure to submit your answer to hello@eventsandlbc.com before the next performer begins. Okay, what 1966 adventure thriller movie starring Frank Sinatra was filmed on the Queen Mary? Again, what 1966 film starring Frank Sinatra was made on the Queen Mary? Make sure you submit before the next performer. I think this one is my favorite. It's comfortable. Okay, up next, we've got Long Beach-based motivational speaker Dr. Marisa Pay, who will share some advice on how to stay sane and balanced during this pandemic.
name's Dr. Marissa, and I'm a proud resident of Long Beach, California. And I'm happy to be part of this virtual concert. And Events LBC asked me to say a few words about how in the world we can be happy during this pretty nutty time. And so I am #positively opinionated, so I'm not gonna have to dig too deep, but I wanted to give you some practical tools for you to remain balanced and as happy as possible during this hair on fire time, this uncertain time, this when are we going to go back to normal, when is everything going to open up, when are we going to be okay, when are we going to not be afraid of catching the virus, when are we going to make money again, when, why is this happening? Are we being punished? Is this the end of the world? This is certainly an appropriate time to say the world is going to hell in a handbasket. But take a breath. There is a way to still have a smile on your face most of the time during this time, so that we're not running around with our hair on fire. And that's what I'm here to tell you and to talk to you about today. So, first, who am I? Dr. Marissa. I'm an organizational psychologist by education. I have a PhD in org psych. I actually am a motivational speaker and have a syndicated on iHeartRadio and CNBC, a weekly talk radio TV show. And it's called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced or get happy with Dr. Marissa. And I just celebrated 8 years on the air, on camera, and 8's a lucky number in Chinese. It's a homonym for good fortune, which is why you'll hear me use 8's quite a bit. I know I look Swedish, but I'm actually Chinese. All right, so I'm here to talk to you about how you can still be someone happy. And there's 3 ways that we're going to talk about. I'm your cheerleader right now for how you can still be 88% happy. Now, why 88% happy? Why not 100% happy? Well, if you're 100% happy, you're dead. And we don't want that. I don't want dead people. I don't want to see dead people. I want you to be alive. And you're also a human being, and shift happens, as we can tell right now. So you cannot be happy 100% of the time. You would have no contrast. So right now we're going through quite a bit of contrast, but I'm still knowing that you can reach 88%. So 88 is that almost perfect way to feel every day. So how are you going to do that? Well, first of all, you're going to pop up out of bed and sit up. And instead of reaching for your phone or turning on the TV or your monitor for the news, you're just gonna stop. You're just gonna stop. And if you're in bed with someone, they don't have to do this with you. They can if they want. But you just sit there and you take a breath in through your nose. And release. Soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft knees. Do it along with me right now. Take a breath in. And release. Beautiful. One more time. In. Connecting with me through Chi, eternal energy, the breath of life that connects us all. For those who do yoga, you may know it's called prana in India, but in China it's called Chi. And Chi is eternal energy. And this is the thing that I wrote an article that got published in Medium about COVID-19 being an opportunity for a lifetime. What do I mean by that? How could you possibly see this as something good? Well, actually, I'm, trying to get you to drink my rose-colored Kool-Aid. And I do see this as an opportunity, because if we think to BC-19 or before COVID-19, I don't want to go back to that. That normal, going back to normal means that a lot of us were running around doing this, doing that, doing this, getting kids to school, on the freeway, going to a job you hate, you know, working exorbitant amount of hours, exhausted, forgetting to floss, you know, falling into bed, waking up, same thing next day, and it's like, is it Christmas already? That was normal. That was what we were doing. Most of us didn't like what we were doing or the relationships we had, a lot of us. You have the time now just to stop, sit up, take the breath in, release the breath, and you can do this for 2 minutes. I set a timer first thing in the morning for my new clients, 2 minutes, and just focus on your breathing. You're not thinking, you're not eating, you're not going to the fridge, you're not brushing your teeth, just sit and breathe. And what happens is your body and your mind will calm down. Maybe in 4 or 5 days, you just keep adding a minute on, no more than 15 minutes. This is the simplest form of meditation. You don't need a fancy Sanskrit word. You don't need any techniques. You just allow yourself to connect through your breath, which is the breath of life, to everything around you that is alive. And that's the beauty of meditation. It allows you just to chill the fork out. You can tell which series I've been watching. So we want to just connect. So that's number one. Number two is we cannot choose what is going on. Nobody wanted, I don't care what conspiracy theory you're listening to, this was not a punishment. The world's not coming to an end. The economy's not going to collapse because we will always need something from someone else and want it and barter or buy or whatever it is, and someone else is developing something that we want. So commerce will never die. So, but what we are doing right now is having a chance to really exercise who we really are. We have a moment in time that's going down in the history books to pause and ask yourself one of the most important questions that you can ask yourself. And my friend who has not an answering machine, she has a questioning machine. And when you call her, it says, who are you and what do you want? That question is what we can just relax into on a daily basis in the morning. So you're breathing, and then you say, am I happy? Am I happy? Who am I really? I know I'm a mom, I know I'm a worker, I know I'm a consultant, I know I'm a teacher, I know I'm a nurse. All these things that are defining you by what you do. We've lost sight of who we really are. We are not all those things that we do for other people. We are loving, we're caring, we're creative, we're innovative, we're kind, we are problem solvers, we are innovative, inventive. That's who we are at the core of who we are. All of us have unique skills, abilities, and talents that maybe we have not gotten in touch with because we were so busy trying to survive in this dog-eat-dog rat race world. And if nothing else, we are now at a reset point. You can delete all the funky cookies in your life browser that are not working for you. If you don't like yourself, if you don't like your relationships, if you don't like your job, now's the time to ask, what am I good at? What do I like? What makes me happy? So ask yourself that. So you're sitting on a bed, you're connecting with the power, the friendly universe, the well-being that still abounds because we still woke up, the planets didn't crash in the middle of the night, we're still alive. And then the third thing, so first is breathe, second is ask, who am I, at the core of who I am, and then the third thing is, what am I grateful for? So I call it taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich. So what that is first thing in the morning, when I do the breathing, I do the self-reflecting, and then I end my morning discipline with 8 specific things I'm grateful for. So there's a couple of reasons we do this. Now, Dr. Wayne Dyer said 5. I'm an overachiever, so I said 8. So 8 specific things that I'm grateful for. So 1, I'm grateful that Long Beach events found me and asked me to do this. 2, that I love doing what I do because it makes me feel better. 3, I'm grateful that my book, 8 Ways to Happiness, from Wherever You Are, went #1 last year, Amazon, and #4 in Denver Post, and book medals and everything. And you can get a free copy of the audio book if you go to my drmarissa.life. That's my gift to all my Long Beach people. 5, that my daughter stopped by this morning with her girlfriend who's doing a class on Asians and sexuality, and I embarrassed the crap out of her with the interview. 6, that my other daughter who's at UC Davis is well and she's taking classes and everything's fine. 7, that I have so many people who love and sent me congratulations because my show just went 8 consecutive years in a row, 418 consecutive weeks on the air, and that 8, I got a beautiful message from Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, who wrote the foreword to the book and who's my big brother, and Marion Ross from Happy Days called into the show to wish me 8-year anniversary. So that was very specific, very quick, relatively quick, and you can do the same thing. So first thing in the morning, you start with your gratitudes. What it does is it sets your day. It sets your day so you're already looking for things that are good. You're already looking for, and when you look for good things, guess what? You see good things. If you're looking for misery, you will get company. That's the law of attraction. It works whether you believe it or not. It's like gravity. It just works. And my biggest proof for that is if you are looking for a new car, have you ever noticed that all of a sudden you see that car everywhere? That's the law of attraction at work. What you focus on grows bigger. So during COVID season, it's so important for us to try to find the things that are working. I do a COVID silver lining on my social media as often as I can because there are good things. Have you seen the beautiful Himalayas and all the Arc de Triomphe with the pictures with no pollution? There's so much good that has come out of this season. I know there's a lot of bad and a lot of painful stuff and a lot of uncertainty, but let's focus on the good because we're already seeing some things lift. This is an opportunity. And then at the end of the night, the bottom of the bun is the appreciation of who you are. If we could all take responsibility for saying, darling, you did a good job, instead of always looking, do you like me? Do you like me? Do you approve of me? Do you approve of me? Do you approve of me? We're never going to get the approval we want. We're never going to get the love in all the wrong places. We gotta start here. Have I done the best that I can with the time that I have and the resources I have today? Have I done that? The end of the night, before I go to bed, I don't think about all the things that didn't get done. Of course you're not gonna sleep. Of course you need sleep medication, which then screws up your whole cycle. If you go to bed and put your head and say, oh, you know what? I was really nice today to so-and-so. You know what? I paid a compliment to so-and-so. You know what? I didn't go to the fridge as many times as I wanted to. I made a nice new recipe. I cleaned out this. I learned a new language. I journaled. I wrote. All the things that you did today, I didn't hurt anybody. Whatever it is, that's the bottom of your bun. If you take a bite of my gratitude sandwich every day, I promise the rest of this COVID season is going to be drastically different than if you've been waking up and listening to the news and then going back to bed. It's infinitely going to be better than that. All right? That's it for today's installment of Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. I'm broadcasting live out of my living room. I have a great time at this virtual concert. Thank you so much for inviting me. And let's see, you can find me, Doc Balance, on Instagram, Dr. Marissa on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Go to Eventbrite for the daily every morning at 10 a.m., which is how they found me. I'm teaching Tai Chi. It's a moving meditation that promotes inner peace one breath at a time through 18 forms in Tai Chi, Qigong, and then a little bit of laser therapy from me.
We got LBC yoga phenom Stephanie Serrano, who will provide a 10-minute yoga lesson, no mat required. So stretch out and get a great workout with Stephanie.
Hi Long Beach, my name is Stephanie and I'm really excited to be guiding you through a very short yoga practice today. We'll be utilizing our breath to help us transition from one pose to the next, as well as to help us stay focused throughout the practice, and at the end to help us get grounded and centered. We'll get started right away. If you don't have a yoga mat, that's perfectly fine. You can do it on a towel or your carpet or a rug, whatever you feel comfortable moving on. And we'll get started standing. We'll be moving through just a few rounds of what we call a sun salutation, using our breath to transition. And as you find yourself standing, your feet can either be together or they can be hip width distance apart, whichever feels most comfortable for your legs. And then as you breathe in, just draw your shoulders up to your ears. As you exhale, roll them back and down to snuggle along your spine. We'll do that a couple more times using your own breath on your own. Breathe in as you draw your shoulders up and exhale as you roll them down. Couple more using your breath. Make sure that you're standing up tall as well. Good. After your last one, breathe in as you reach your arms up and overhead for mountain pose. I'm going to stand and face the side. As you press down into your feet, make sure that you continue to breathe. As you press down, energize your inner thighs as you squeeze your legs towards one another. Lengthen your side bodies. Use your core to neutralize your pelvis, so strong belly, and then lengthen up through your fingertips. Triceps are engaged. Take one more breath in. Exhale, back bend. Bend your elbows, and it looks like this. Elbows are bent. Make sure you keep breathing here. You're looking like a goalpost or a cactus. And then bring your gaze up as you lift your chest and ignite your upper back muscles. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Begin to hinge at your hips, dive your arms out, lead with your chest, core is on the whole time, and then when you get to your forward fold, hands relax downwards towards the ground. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Relax your neck and let the top of your head reach down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide your fingertips up to your shins. Create a flat back as you draw your shoulder blades together. Core is on to protect your low spine. Take one more breath in. Your gaze is at the top of your mat, so the back of your neck is long. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms. Bend your knee, step your feet back, and then you can stay up on your toes or you can lower down to your knees if you would like that extra support. Wherever you are, take an inhale breath, core is tight. Exhale, bend your elbows straight back and lower all the way onto your belly. Untuck your toes, hands stay underneath your shoulders. Inhale, cobra. Little to no weight in your hands as you lift your chest and use your upper back muscles to lift your ribs up and away from the ground. Keep pressing the tops of your feet into the floor. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, lower your chest and forehead. Tuck your toes. Breathe in. You can come up to hands and knees for tabletop like this, or you can press up into a high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips, coming into this upside down V shape. Your hands are spread wide. Press firmly into your finger pads. And then you can bend one knee, pressing the opposite heel towards the floor. And then switching. Deep bend into the other knee, press your opposite heel to the ground. And then continue to pedal out left and right. Couple more times. And then get still into a downward facing dog, solid through your arms, strong through your legs. Continue to lift your tailbone high, press your chest back towards your thighs, and reach your heels towards the floor. As you inhale, lift up your heels as high as you can. Bend your knees softly, look forwards, and walk your feet up into a forward fold. Feet behind your wrists. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Stand up, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, back bend. Bend your elbows, lift your chest, lift out of your low back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, slow forward fold. Lead with your chest. Flat back until you get to the bottom, and then round your spine, relax your neck. Halfway lift, breathe in, strong core. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet to the back of your mat. Again, you can stay on your toes or lower to your knees. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, lower to the belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra, little to no weight in your hands. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forwards. Exhale, forward fold, walk your feet up to your wrists. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. One more time through. Inhale, mountain pose, stand up, get tall. Exhale, big back bend, expand through your chest. Good. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time, use your whole exhale breath. Inhale, halfway lift, open your chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra, breathe in, expand. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale breath through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, lower your knees to the ground. Walk yourself forward so you can roll over and come onto your backs. On your backs, take whatever variation is going to work best for your legs. You can either keep your knees bent with the soles of your feet planted, knees together, and feet about hip-width distance or wider. That'll bring some space into your low back. Otherwise, what I like to do is bring my legs straight out in front of me, and then I just relax my inner thighs and my feet out. But do what's gonna work best for you. Place your palms face down on your belly. Take a big breath in as you fill your belly. Let it inflate and get large. Open your mouth. Exhale. Let it go. 2 more. Deep, full breath in. Fill up your belly. Open mouth. Exhale. Feel your belly cinch into your waistline. 1 more time. Breathe in. Open mouth. Exhale. Let it go. Now you are absolutely welcome to stay in this shape for as long as you desire. You are ready to come back up to a seat. You can start to roll out your wrists and ankles. Make sure you go both directions. 1 knee at a time, bring them into your chest. And roll over to your right or left side to push yourself up into a seat. Connect your palms together in front of your chest. And in yoga, we have this simple salutation, namaste, which means that the light in me honors and respects the light in you. Sit up tall. As you breathe in, lift your chest up into your thumbs. And as we exhale, bow forwards, honoring that light and the strength that lies within each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you again, Long Beach, for flowing and breathing with me. I hope you feel open and grounded and connected to your breath. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you very soon. Take care.
Hi everyone, my name's Desiree, and tonight's Concert in the Park cocktail will be a Queen's Park Swizzle. This cocktail was invented in the 1920s at a hotel in Trinidad called the Queen's Park Hotel, hence the name. During its time, it was a place for the elite, the aristocrats, to kind of escape the hustle and bustle of the city, whatever city they were from, and go visit South America. The cocktail itself includes some original ingredients from the area, including Angostura. This is a bitters that originated in Trinidad in 1824, invented by a German doctor looking for a cure for common stomach ache. I find myself adding it to a little bit of club soda, then in my night to sort of settle my stomach like a digestif. Traditionally, this cocktail would have some rum from Guyana. Today, I'm actually probably going to go with a Jamaican rum. I have a Jamaican and a Barbados here. It's just what I like, it's what I have at home. As long as it's dark and sweet, you should pretty much be okay. If you like it, it's really all that matters, to be honest. Let's go over some more ingredients. Simple syrup. It's pretty easy to make at home. Let's do equal parts water and sugar. I like to weigh it just because it's more accurate. Measuring with a regular old measuring cup is just as well. More than anything, you want to make sure that you're not boiling your sugar. You don't want to cook it or caramelize it. If it's clear, then it's okay. Mint, which is really, really easy to grow at home. If you didn't already know, it's a weed, so I would suggest not planting it in the ground. Throw it in a pot with some dirt and you'll have Queen's Park Swizzles for days. We're gonna grab some limes. I'm using 1 whole lime. If you grab an ounce of bottled lime juice, you'll be just as fine. And some crushed ice. So I don't have a fridge that makes that fancy crushed ice, but I do have a Lewis mallet and bag. So I just put ice in there and I smash it up. If you don't have either of those, go ahead and grab yourself a dish towel, throw some ice in there, and just have at it with a rolling pin. Maybe pretend it's COVID. Let's see, I'm going to use a mallet to muddle some mint. If you don't have a mallet at home, grab a wooden spoon. It'll be just as well. You don't have to worry about that too much. My jigger for measuring. If you don't have a jigger, go ahead and grab that measuring cup again. As long as you have ounces, so you're set. And I think we've covered tools and ingredients, so how about we just get to it? First, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my mint leaves here. I have blanched it in ice water. I pulled it from the garden and it was still warm, and if you blanch it in ice water, it'll kind of brighten it up. You can store it in the fridge for a little longer, I found. Go ahead and add that, and we're going to grab my simple syrup, and I just want an ounce. There we go. And I'm going to not even measure my lime. If you are measuring, we want to match our simple syrup and go with a full ounce. I think I might even be over, but I'm gonna say that's just fine. After you've got your lime, your simple, and your mint leaves at the bottom of your glass, go ahead and give it a nice gentle muddle. I'm not trying to break up the leaves, just express some oils. Same will go if you're just using a wooden spoon at home. And now we want to add our rum. I'm gonna go with a fun Jamaican rum, pulling out a special rum for a special night. There we go. And now I'm just gonna give it a swish so everything's kind of mixed in there. We'll do some more stirring and mixing later. I'm gonna grab my crushed ice that I used with my Lewis mat there and drop it in. This is the fun, messy part that make my feet really nice and cold. So now we're gonna go to our swizzle stick or our chopsticks. I don't have a swizzle stick, so I'm using chopsticks. If you don't have chopsticks, a regular old spoon will work. I just want to mix my ice or dilute my cocktail. Even if you're This is also gonna frost up my glass a bit. So once you see your glass start to chill a little bit, it's a good indicator that you've mixed well. And then we're gonna dump some more ice on there since it's melted as a part of our dilution process, which means we're literally adding water to our cocktail. See, we're being good. And now we're gonna go with our Angostura. And I'm gonna go 8 to 10, maybe even a little more. You'll start to notice like a really cool layering effect happening, which makes the Queen's Park Swizzle a super pretty cocktail as well as a super enjoyable cocktail. Now we're on to our garnish, which is just a little sprig of mint. I'm slapping it on my palm to kind of release the mint oils. You can also do something called cupping. It doesn't matter, just make it smell good. Go ahead and stick it in, and a straw for easy access, and enjoy. Cheers, guys. Enjoy your concert in the park.
So, alright. Get ready for our final trivia question, folks. It's the final trivia question. Oh my god. Grab your smartphone and be sure to submit your answer to hello@eventsinlbc.com. That's hello@eventsinlbc.com before the next performer begins. Drum roll, please. Alright, Long Beach is home to the largest Cambodian population in the United States. What Cambodian capital city is a sister city of Long Beach? Again, what capital city of Cambodia is Long Beach's sister city? Last performer of the night. So, closing out the show, we've got our final performer, Lavell Streets, Bellflower-based rapper and hip-hop artist. Here it is, y'all.
We making big moves. Yeah. R.I.P. to all the fallen soldiers. Nip, Dr. Sebi, all everybody. Love. I pour out a little for the ones who lost lives. Thankful my niggas doing all fine, smiling in they pictures through these hard times. But fucking with them, see that dark side. That's ball ties on wet roads. If you tripping, they gon' all slide. A short shot is what I am, let the course pop. I force not a thing, if you real, I correspond. It's your loss when success is on the other side of the room. You can't even put your hand on the doorknob. Me, I'm turning shit, became my life journalist. Writing down the obstacles I'm hurdling. You heard of him. This rap shit is cool, but lately I prefer to film. A motion picture me grossing 30 M's, cooling somewhere ducked off. Counting up my bucks, dawg. They might say I switched up. I don't give a fuck though. Niggas out here cut though. Me, I'm finna cut checks. Putting all my niggas on. Give a fuck who up next. I was under much stress, but it felt like the sunset. The star in me came out. Then I gave nothing less than greatness. Like, hold it down. Like, I'ma have to duck off one time, but I feel a certain way when you got that bread. I feel like a different mood coming on. When I walk in the spot, like they don't like me or something. So I gotta throw my hater blocker, put them on real quick, you know, and get in my mood, you know, get in a different mood. Yeah. It's like every time I walk in the room or something, you got that bag, right? It's like, every time I walk up in the room, nobody love me, yes I assume. Spent a couple dollars on my look. Watching you shake it can change my mood. Every time I walk up in the room, nobody love me, yes I assume. Spent a couple dollars on my look. Watching you shake it can change my mood. Mood that I'm in, cool as I miss. Shit, I just been feeling the way. You know I've been due to my biz, but you been doing the splits, taking my mind off. I could play for days. I'd rather just watch you shaking for a real one. Whoa, oh I think I feel it. Yo, twerking, bust it open. Notice, heard. My mind is all over the place. Watching, I wanted to taste. Dollars surrounding your waist. I'm knowing you wanted my cake. So pop it for pop of the day. Come put a smile on my face. I don't know how to restrain when I see that that smile is strange. Yeah, hey, every time I walk up in the room, nobody love me, yes I assume. Spend a couple dollars on my loot. Hey, watch it, you shake it, can change my mood. Every time I walk up in the room, nobody love me, yes I assume. Spend a couple dollars on my loot. Hey, DJ Casper, hold up, stop that, DJ Casper. Hold on. We gonna get into this last joint before we get out of here, man. This last joint is, I'm gone already, you feel me? I'm out of here. We already gone, so this the last joint, and we out of here, man. We out of here, gone. Usually, if y'all watching, I need y'all to put a duck emoji and put gone, you feel me? Let's get into it. Yeah, this off my other project, Under Pressure. You can check that out on Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff. It's everywhere, Tidal, you feel me? But look, we be grinding, but it be like, you got excuses. Look how I do shit, bigger distribution. I know that they clueless. I know that they watching, follow my movements. I just be coolin', aim for the stars. I just be shooting, a lot of maneuver. Snakes in my skull, I look doors. There's nothing to worry about. Made a few plays and got on my word now. Trip to the dirty south. Count with the greatest, I'm the one who they heard about. Travel like word of mouth. Working my patience and taking the sturdy route. Up in the early now. Feeling me made and they cleaning up dirty house. You got your hand out, begging for more. Stuck in the standstill. We on the go. We on the way. We in the zone. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I'm out of here. Gone, 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 I'm out of here. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in, man, to this live greatness, this live classic going on at Events LBC. We in the LBC live right now, ducked off. I got the duct tape out right now. So yeah, man, make sure y'all go check that out, man. It's Lavell Streets, lavellstreets.com. That's Lavell Streets like the pavement.com, man. Tap in with your boy. Duct tape out right now. Classic freestyles. Check your boy out. Let's get it.